Morning, folks. It's 6:26 a.m. Friday, October 7th, 2016. (66 degrees Fahrenheit), or was anyway. 67. Lots of sixes. Sixes is intuition. The accumulated, it's like an accumulation of your metaphysical abilities. The sum of them. The sum of all of them. Hey, Herky, how you doing, buddy? You okay, buddy? You gonna hang? You gonna hang, buddy? Come on. Come on, baby. I love you, honey. That's right, make it wherever you want to go. Good boy. Yes, you are. Got his snack, his meds. Anyway, good morning. I've touched on parts of this before, but at this point, I feel it's something I want to bring up again. When you have a lot of videos, it's easy for people that just come in not to have heard one thing or another, and this is not an exact repeat. I guess with me it never is. My brain doesn't flow like that, and there's always new stuff coming in. Never be afraid of dying. It's literally walking in, opening up the front door to your real house where you live. I would ask people not to hurt themselves and take themselves back home. If you know it's time or something like that, or you're in excruciating pain, issues, I mean, I understand it. I really do. But while you're here, as long as things aren't catastrophic in one way or another, then it'd really be, you should really do what you can to become yourself, who you really are, and have a life. Don't fear death. It's more like fearing not having a full life, being the real you. To be in a body and experienced what you have and do and will, to me that's important. If not, why are you here? You were here to be abused and beat up and made bigger by the original first being, but I'm not talking about what they want. I'm talking about you. This is you and me. I wish it's me talking to you, but it's more like you and me talking to each other. The only way to have a full life is to become yourself. To use everything you have, all your faculties, all your abilities, as alive as possible. And then go through each day the best way you can. Things are about to change. You're getting ready to have more reason than you've ever had in any life to actually live. But at the same time, don't fear death. It's good to have a will, to put things in order for when you go. And that will literally put some calm into your life. To know that this government that has taken so much of your money, wherever you live, that they don't take that too. They have laws to serve themselves. Remind you of anybody? Original first being male and female. Don't fear death, but don't be afraid to live. Don't be afraid to trust yourself, to use your abilities. Try them out. I've told you for years now, you have no idea how cool you are, what you can do. To find the fullness of yourself, it's not just a beautiful thing. I mean, it's not just earth-shattering in your own life. I mean, to find out you have abilities that you only saw on TV, and I'm not talking putting on a cape and flying, okay? I'm not talking about running faster than a locomotive and catching bullets with your teeth. I'm talking about the ability for you to pursue other things, to astral project, to actually, go to places you've never been before. It's not like being in a starship and going there. But you do go there, you do have memories, and you can. The more your heart develops, the more you do all this stuff, the more you use your 3 primary focal points, energetic focal points within your body. The solar plexus for gut, the heart for feeling, and then the brain for seeing, pineal. The more you use them, the more you become aware of other stuff, the richer your life's going to be. Folks, enlightenment is a big word, but honestly, it just means awake. 5 letters. It's a cool word. I'm just saying. Becoming yourselves is more important to you than you can understand until you have. And then once you are awake and aware of who you are and start using some of your abilities, then everything changes. I don't mean you walk home and you have all new furniture, or you walk into a new house, or your car just all of a sudden is a brand new car. I'm talking reality here. I'm talking about you're aware so much more, you see so much more happening. It's like, why does this happen? Why does that happen? You look, you see it. You see other stuff going around you. You can see other people going into you, trying to get into your head to talk to you. You can see spirit guides coming to you to talk to you. You can tell the difference between someone being polite and someone being impolite. As far as spirit goes, as far as people go, you can read them better because you're using your abilities. So many of us are alive, yet we miss life. We just miss the target. Excuse me. Archers a long time ago called that sin. Yep, the word sin. You miss your target, pick up another arrow. Do it again. Our energy develops over a long period of time, over a lot of lives, not a few. The problem was, as you'd have a life and learn something, you didn't care that much about what you learned. You come home and you lived in a world of arrogance and greed, abuse. Spirit. That's how everything was set up. There's parts of Arae, part of my own energy I've gone into and had to grab and do something with. It's not like being vicious, malicious and everything, but it's being stupid. Or it was. Parts of Lily like that. They're the strongest things there are, and they come from heart. A cancerous environment is going to hurt you. It's made to. It was made to. That's changing. Look at war, disease, famine. Those are gifts of your loving God? No, not a gift. There's no God. And the original first being male and female, any other big ones that are a problem are gone. Arae has to finish coming together. He has to finish healing Lily, Tiger Lily. And then it's time to go to work. But the old beat up house, torn down, the castle's been torn down. If you play with tarot, you enjoy playing with tarot. I don't use their meanings for the most part. For some I do. I know what it means to me, but the pictures are good too. There's one called the Rider-Waite tarot. They talk about the tower. It's in a lot of other ones too, which means destruction, change, that kind of thing. Tearing something down to rebuild something else. Well, for that rune, those of you that know that tarot card, imagine that castle being torn down, and now you have a clean slate, a strong foundation. Now something new is going to be built. It's the new process and what's in it. Everything on the other side was looking down at animals. Oh, you're animal essence. You're nothing. Don't even look at me. Don't even float near me. Wow. Most incredible beings that go in bodies have lives, and because they keep giving and they have compassion, incredible fortitude. They've done so much for us. They've suffered much more than anything else. And everyone suffered a lot. I'm not making light of everyone else, what everyone else has gone through. That's what's been on the other side. Okay, everyone talks all these crazy things, all these different quote unquote psychics. There's temples of joy and happiness. Bull crap. Come on. Good Herky, honey. Good boy, honey. It's never been like that. Never. The calmest it's ever been is when there was the original first being male and female, and then Lily and Arae. When they were getting ready to go have their first life, that's the only time that the other side, second dimension, right above us, that's the only time that it was ever somewhat calm. And then as soon as that life started, and as soon as it finished, very quickly, it went to hell immediately. And then it just kept going. Original first being male and female learned how to make it more difficult to hurt everyone else. To grow their praise machines. It's sad. It's sick. That part of that cancer has been cut out. Now it's just taking out the little stuff. But it's sad, folks. It's sad what's over there. But also it's important to realize there's nothing over there to praise. We're family, folks. In and out of body, we're family. All creation is family. Here we go again. That's why I wrote these books. Where did everything come from? Where do we all come from? Where did this thing that everyone was calling, or is still calling God, where did it come from? How do we start as spirit, sentient energy? And then what the hell happened afterwards? What's been going on in Earth's history? How did the Earth get colonized? Because it was colonized first. But there are also folks coming here from other planets. So many people talk about Drock souls and Antid souls, and I'm like, what? Folks, it doesn't work like that. There's source. Very little of that now. Very little of that exists anymore. Period. And then there's the different fields of essence that were made in the very beginning. There's plant, animal, fae, human, and then there's universal, which stars are male, and then the female is planets. Then there are the first angels. Of course, Lucifer was made before anything else, one called Lucifer. He was made to protect everything from that the field of negativity that the original first being pulled out of. When they released a third of their energy, they pulled the negativity out of that, 97% of it. And then they had to make Lucifer immediately to protect that. Well, so to speak. Timing's a little different, but whatever. So. As more and more people start to wake up and see more about their lives, past lives and stuff, you know, they send me an email and say, Jay, man, I mean, I'm remembering all these things. And I'm like, yeah, well, you know, there's happiness too. But you have to have enough happiness to keep you in a body. It's like I've said before, if not, we'd all be killing ourselves at 10 years old. You have to have joy to, you know, to go through the abuse. And you have to learn how to settle for next to nothing. You think you're not, but you actually are if you knew what was really going on and how your life could be. Life should have strife, not abuse, aggressive abuse. Well, anyway, for those people trying to understand more about the different kinds of souls, the different kinds of spirit that there are, there's some new ones. But this, folks, you need to know what the heck was there, how it started, because that's the base of your family, the original first angels. It's all in here, folks. It's 134 pages. It's a long read. It's at thespiritualfoundation.com. The first beings start building. How did everything get done? How did it happen? You can get it at thespiritualfoundation.com. You can get it at eCreateSpace. You can get it at amazon.com.eu. Whatever. The book's already been the first book is on Kindle. Excuse me. So those of you that have excuse me, some kind of Kindle thing on amazon.com where you can just read it for free or something. I'm not sure how that works. Maybe you pay so much a year and then some stuff you can read free. I don't know. And both books have been released to libraries. Okay, you produce a product, and there is a movement of understanding that's going on right now. It's called the awakening. It's everybody awakening to who they really are, so they can find out for themselves what's around them and more about who they are. But when the libraries actually want it, it's been released to go to them. So, anyway, there's so much talk about dimensions. Well, you know, these crazy dimensions. So, you know, how did the dimensions get built? Where they come from? Who built them? It's right there. It's in the book. The second book, that's 412 pages. The way the publishers count the pages, they add the Roman numeral things in there, whatever. I'm not a writer. I'm an author, but I'm not a writer. Big difference. I want all of you to be happy. I want you to know who you are. I want you to become who you are. To have a more fulfilling life. Excuse me. For your life to be more fulfilling. For you to have a new source of happiness and contentment. the more you understand about what's really going on, the easier your life is, the easier it is to deal with those things that are incorrect. When you don't understand, there's that anxiety that comes with that. That's just like, what the hell? You know, it can lead to anger, fear. Anxiety also tightens up your DNA so it can't hardly move. Your immune system gets bad. When you see people who are really frantic, their nervous system really frantic, look at them. The hair's falling out and everything. We all lose our hair anyway, but, you know, little bits here and there because I'm ahead of schedule. But seriously, that, you know, it messes with your immune system when you get rattled. So anyway, that's all I want to touch on this morning. I'm being hammered. I got to go. I'm late. I got part of Marilyn Monroe, part of Lily that was in Marilyn Monroe. She's hanging out with me. Came by this morning. Try to keep me calm. I'm not freaking out. I'm just tired of this stuff. I really am. I'm tired of the issues on the other side. I can do so much more for everything on the other side when I get out of here. And the things over there that are butt heads, they don't want me out of my body. They want me to stay here, and they're trying to play God, which they can't really do over there anyway. And those things that are, you know, really cool, which is the majority, almost the vast majority of what's over there right now is left, especially the percentage en masse is really cool. And they're staying the hell out of it. And those things that can bring me home, really, they're extremely concerned about being the ones that do it. So, because this life has been, if I say extreme turmoil, that doesn't quite cover it. When you have a life and it's rough, it takes more years in between. It takes more time in between lives for you to release this karmic congestion, if you want to call it that, the frustration, to release the anxiety received in your energy through the horrible experiences you've had, what you've gone through, what's been done to you. And I've been, you know, every life for me is rough, but this life was like no other. So they don't have the issue that they're concerned about, but I can't convince them otherwise. So that puts things back in my hands. Anyway, folks, y'all do whatever you want to do. I want you to know these books, okay, you got to pay for them, but they're for you. They're not free, but they're for you. There's so much information there for you. That's why I wrote them, so you'd have that. You need to have that. You make up your own mind about how you feel about things, and as you grow and progress into your real self, and you're able to see stuff, all the different type of beings you're going to see when you can focus on them, in the book. They're all in the book, all the different types. I remember when they came out, I talked to them all the time. Creation's true beginning, how it developed and how we got to where we are today. Book 2 has How to Talk to Stone, which is the spirit that's of the planet. How to deal with people who are just saying there's no such thing as metaphysical abilities. Excuse me. Let them keep using the word psychic. There's no such thing as a psychic, because they're correct. The word psychic is some magical mystery thing that people like to play with. It's metaphysical ability. Your abilities are metaphysical. Everyone has them. Okay, so There's easy ways to prove and disprove everything I'm talking about. Is in a book. It's in book number 2. The percentage of negativity in the different beings, plus all the new beings that came out. There's a lot of new beings that came out. They're source beings. Most all of them are frozen. They're just, it's like suspended animation, just waiting for their stuff to come back. They'll be coming back in just a few months, just like they'll be here within a few months, just like Archangel Michael. He'll be back. People think they're talking to angels. They're not. They're talking to spirit guides. The stronger you get, the more you see it for yourself. I think we start by listening to other people, but I know that you finish becoming yourself when you relax and go inside yourself and open yourself up. You'll have much more protection than you think you do. And cards are a good way to start talking with spirit while you're learning how to relax and talk with spirit. Animal oracle cards, tarot cards. Here again. For your awakening pleasure. And to help you wake up. These cards, Jara's Runes of Awakening, okay? These things could only be produced in short runs, small runs, so they're very expensive. That can't be helped. This card right here, that's harmony. Things coming together. If that line going across was more like this, then it'd be Haglas. Okay, and people say with Haglas, there's no up or down. There's just one card. Incorrect. This bar, when it's tilted, if it's lower, that means that your difficulties are getting ready to leave. If it's higher, it means you're right in the middle of it. Water. These rune cards, this is the Elder Futhark. And then a lot more. Algae is victory, or inverted it's the peace symbol. Thursas. It means relax. You're seeing or not seeing. Let's see. Right here is not, you can't see right now. Relax about it. And over here is your vision is fine. It's just at this moment, like you're being worked on or something's been hidden from you. You can't see something, but you'll see it soon. Lightning, action, right now. Something big's about to happen now. Bam. Power. A powerful action is what I should say. This is pineal, this is crown inverted. I'm thinking pineal today. Got it looking in my head. This is crown inverted. It means close off your crown. Close it. Your upper crown, just close it. Okay? Could be something's messing with you. Could be it's time not to use your crown. This might be the beginning of a message to use your pineal or your scanner. Okay, turn it this way, your crown's open, it's flowing. And this could mean that your upper crown is closed because of something. This is Gaira. Gaira inverted, that's Gaira. She's the spirit that was in the female spirit, planetary essence that was in the very first planet. That's where Essenite comes from. Essenite is Gaia and Gaira. Gaia is the earth. Gaira is from the first planet ever created. And when you see this, it means she's pissed. Okay, there could be more to it than that, but she's pissed. She is powerful. Okay, Gaira's planet, the first one that ever had life on it, when those of you that are essence, when you started having lives, that's where you had it. And then Gaira was destroyed. The physical planet was destroyed. There's pieces of it floating everywhere. There's a bunch of it here. And then that's when the souls were born, right after that. Again, in the first book. Folks, these books, it's a history. That's your history. It's your origin. That's about you and everything else. You won't find that in any of your religious books. You won't find it anywhere. Because of what I am, I see that. I know it. I understand it. I don't like talking about myself, but sometimes I'm shoved in that area. Folks, my energy is very strong. I'm here for a reason. Another card, think of me like the Kermit, the Hermit. Kermit, that's a frog. Like the Hermit, the old man that's got a staff and a lantern. Someone that's been around a while has some wisdom because he's lived long enough to get through it. This is Sowolu. They say Sowolu has no up and down. Baloney. This is Sowolu inverted upside down. This means don't make things about you. And what was I just talking about? I had to mention myself to say something, but it sure as hell ain't about me. It's not. It's about my job. My job is helping you, doing what I can to help. This is Sowolu straight up. This is just be yourself. It might mean have more faith in yourself too. Ansuz. Okay, this means a message. You're receiving message. Now, turn it upside down, it's inverted. So what does that mean? It means you're not going to get a message. It could also mean that, you know, trust that you're not getting bad message, or you're not getting message. Folks, the thing about these room cards, they throw out a basic thought process, and then you have to relax and float into that symbol and feel, there's the basic thought process. What is it? Is it that this is a good message? Is it that I'm receiving message and I need to try harder to receive it? Is it that I need to trust this message? Or, you know, maybe something on the other side is trying to say you're getting a message that's wrong. Don't count on that being the case. But I'm just saying the idea is look at the symbol and see what it means. It's funny. And right now that, that was poor Lily telling me, didn't get my message earlier. I told you got to quit and get the packages together. All right, she made a point. I can talk spirit just fine, okay? Do it all the time. What some people say, they don't need oracle cards or tarot cards. Well, that's fine. But you know what? There's times when they're really helpful. It helps them talk to you. It can help you understand some things that are going on around you. I don't use these things to ask a question. I use these things, you know, to talk. You talk freely, then someone can tell you what you need to know the most. Now, this is Berkana. This is growth, physical and metaphysical. Okay? And we're talking about your growth. Because I got to hang around a little longer. My brain had to get kicked up a little more. So it started growing again yesterday. Like it's back and forth. I'm so tired of this. Then the cards are just falling apart in my hands. And this is a message. This is Iwas. Okay? Iwas means all things in all ways. That's the basic thought process. Now you have to take that and see what the message is, how that applies to you. Okay? You might see this card and your spirit guide will say, turn it sideways. So you turn it sideways, what do you get? Because there's no upside down from Iwas. There's none. It means all things in all ways. But if you're told to turn it sideways, then what does that mean? Then you're getting a message that now it's not the time for everything. Like maybe you need to focus on one thing. Double Sowolu. This means this could mean it's very important not to make anything about you now. This is it inverted. This is also starships. This is also has to do with craft from other vehicles from other planets. Their activity here on the planet. And right here, I'm just relaxing and I'm feeling it means death. And there is some stuff coming. And there will be some death, but we're not being attacked by aliens. That happened, you know, over 10 million years ago, when the problematic Anunnaki here took over. You shuffle deck, relax. Okay, I'm coming, Lily. This is receiving gift. Okay. This is receiving gift. So, Pertho. And that's Lily talking to me and saying something else. And again, she's saying she's telling me to quit talking, go to work. That's that. So a little upside down. It's like no you, meaning no more talking. And she immediately said, just look at the deck. So I turned it over, looked at the deck before I put it up, and that's Wunjo, this is Wunjo, which is joy, and this is Wunjo inverted, which is now is not the time for happy. And she's telling me, you know, I enjoy talking with you all because a big part of my job is to do that so you can understand who you are, and I'm trying to help every way I can. So it gives me a certain feeling of fulfillment. But she's saying, you got to go to work. And she's 1,000% right. I have a schedule. This book is the Room book. You can buy it again, same way. At thespiritualfoundation.com, at ecreatespace.com, amazon.com. It might be just a little quicker when you buy it through the foundation, the Spiritual Foundation, because it goes right to eCreateSpace. They're the publishers. Okay. Anyway, all the different symbols, definitions, and these are base definitions. You need to go for the answer, folks. As you do that, you literally, use all your abilities. You're using all your power points, you know, solar plexus, heart, the pineal, and brain, relative brain areas. You're talking with your spirit guides. I mean, there's more going on with those cards than anything else. And we didn't pull any, but there's the different chakras in there, what they call chakras, whatever, I don't like that. Energy fields that are in there. Pineal, okay, seeing multidimensionally. Scanner, seeing remote viewing, okay. Your heart, it's incredible power. Remember, the heart grabs the major thought processes from your brain, your major thoughts, pulls it in there, and it grabs your emotions out of your base chakra, and it creates a feeling, sends it out. Then as it's doing that, it's also going back up into the hypothalamus, where it gets mixed with more data, becomes understanding, goes back into the heart. It's a continuous flow. This keeps going like this, and this keeps going like this. It's just, that's how your energy flows. Again, all kinds of stuff in those books, okay? Between those books, those cards and the videos, and buying some stones, that's all anybody could possibly, and other than taking some time and relaxing, that's all anybody could possibly need to wake up. I mean, if you want more, cool, awesome. But that's enough to get you there without any problem. That's why the spiritualfoundation.com is a complete stop. And she's about to have a lot more stones. I just got to get them there. And with these hurricanes going right now, I can't do diddly. This whole area, it's about to be slammed. So that's why I'm being happy to put the packages together. Also, some of the Danbarite that Deanna has, and it's very strong, very high vibration. It's been cranked up by me and Deanna. Deanna's female source energy. She's Arae and Lily, very strong. And her energy is very aggressive because she's more animal essence than the other fields. So it's more not aggressive, more fortitude. But it's a vibration. Danbarite is a beautiful, soft, and clean, but it's aggressive. Meaning it's It's a high pitched wavelength. Okay, very fast, very high vibration. Well, that's what Deanna is. So when she puts that in there, she's compassion and high vibration fortitude. So that's why her necklaces feel so good, and they're so strong. Well, folks, love you. I hope you have a kick butt day. Herky and I gonna go to work. He's working right now. He's giving me the support I need. So funny. Anyway, folks, love you. Take care. Have a good day.